Did you call bank? I called game.
¿Qué pasó, Pack Gaming? It's Pack Gaming here. I'm kidding. It is Pack Gaming here. How are you all right now? So, NBA 2K18 has released its 6th roster update of NBA 2K18, and I am a day late. I'm sorry. It is what it is. So we're going to cover all the big changes for this new roster update, as you already know, or as I always do. I don't talk about every single change because that would take forever, and there's like 200 changes. So I only talk about the ones that are really important. And this roster update actually covered a lot. So we're going to go through that right before this video starts. I'm doing a 75,000 VC giveaway, 7-5. And if you want to win 75,000 VC, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitter, and then tweet at me. Done. Once you do that, I'll put you in a randomizer and you could win that. So let's get this video started. We're starting with the Philadelphia 76ers, and the big change, or only change really, the one that mattered, was Dario Saric. He went +1. So if you think about it, Robert Covington used to be considered the third best player. Now it's Dario Saric. The next is Eric Bledsoe. He went down 1. So this is the second update in the road where he went down from an 84 to an 83. But he's still good, so who cares? Also, the other point guard, Malcolm Brogdon, my president, went up 1. He was at like an 81 to start the year, and then he went down. Now he's back up. So he's going through that like sophomore thing. The next is the Bulls. So first, he's not on that team anymore. They actually traded him to the Pelicans, Nikola Mirotic. So ignore that. But Zach LaVine went down 1 from an 81 overall now to a 79 overall. So that happened. And then Lauri Markkanen went up 1. So they're tied for second best player. So now they're all tied for the best player on the Bulls because he's gone. LeBron James goes down 1. So I actually talked about this last roster update where I said he was kind of struggling as of late. Not struggling, but not doing as good as he usually does. And the team's kind of falling apart here and there. So because of that, they dropped him 1. I mentioned that last roster update though that they should have done that. So I guess they listened to me, or they didn't watch it at all. Either one. There you go. Isaiah Thomas actually has the biggest loss in this roster update from an 89 to an 86. That's actually a huge difference. That's going from one of the best players in the NBA to a really good player in the NBA. So you're still great, but just not considered one of the best anymore. That's crazy. Next is Jalen Brown. I told y'all, Jalen Brown is good, man. He keeps going up. He is now an 81 overall. He used to be like a 78 overall. So he just keeps climbing up that ladder, dude. And Terry Rozier loses 1 from a 76 to a 75, but he literally got a triple-double last night. 2K, fix your game. Sweet Lou Williams. Okay, so let's talk about this team a lot. Tobias Harris, Avery Bradley, and where is he? Boban are now all on this team. Now Boban lost 1. Avery Bradley lost 2. That's a big loss. Now barely an 80 overall. And then Tobias Harris gains 1. So now Tobias Harris is the third best player on the Clippers. DeAndre Jordan is the second, and now Lou Williams goes +1 to an 85, so tied with DeAndre Jordan to best player, which he deserves, by the way, because Lou Williams has been balling. Also, this guy Tyrone Wallace, who doesn't even have a player scan, goes +3. So get him a player scan 2K, because I remember I always look at my phone and I'm always like, who's Tyrone Wallace getting like 15 points? Like he does good. Now we're on the Memphis Grizzlies with Tyreke Evans. He actually loses 1, but is still a good player. Who cares? John Collins reverses that from a 78 now to a 79, so goes +1. Trying to be the definitive second best player on this team, but Dwayne Dedmon has something to say about it because he's also a +1 upgrade. Now for the Heat, Goran Dragic loses 1, so he was an 83, now an 82. That's an all-star right there. An 82 overall is an all-star. That's crazy. Wayne Ellington goes +1, and then Josh Richardson goes +2 because he's been playing really good lately. Dwight is now tied with Kemba Walker to being the best player on the Hornets. Dwight goes +2, being one of the bigger upgrades in this roster update. Man, he has been rebounding very well. He's been scoring, even though the Hornets aren't good, at least for the moment. Dwight Howard tied for best player on this team. When's the last time that's happened? Tell me. For the Jazz, the rookie Donovan Mitchell just keeps climbing. He doesn't know how to drop. This man just goes higher and higher and higher, just like his dunks. From an 82 overall now to an 83 overall. Willie Cauley-Stein goes +1, so now we're gonna have like the definitive big 3, but not really because Zach Randolph's getting old. So I guess the future of this team, they're both 24, but Buddy Hield and Willie Cauley-Stein are both great. We'll see how this team goes. Honestly, if the Knicks didn't have anything really that important, I'll just say Trey Burke goes +1 from 73 to 74, making him tied. Trey Burke is actually the best point guard on this team, and he's a 74 overall. That's a problem. This one is a lot of little things happen for the Lakers, okay? So Brook Lopez loses 1, so he's not an 80 overall anymore. There's no 80 overall for the Lakers. Larry Nance Jr. goes up 1. A really weird one in my opinion, even though it says 74, he's actually a 77. So Lonzo goes +1, and that's odd because Lonzo hasn't played since the last roster update, and they gave him an upgrade. Whatever that means, that means. And then also someone was telling me that they disagree with Alex Caruso being in 67 overall because he was a 68, now a 67, so loses 1. And people think that he actually should be higher. I don't know enough. But what do you guys think in the comments, Lakers fans? Should he be higher? For the Magic, Aaron Gordon loses 1 from an 83 to an 82. The 2 young point guards on the Mavericks, Yogi, Pharrell, and Dennis Smith Jr. both go +1. D'Angelo Russell loses 1. I think that's not really fair because he'd been kind of riddled with injuries for a while. But he's an 82 overall, so loses 1. And then kind of an important one is this guy who I always thought he was going to be like the sneak of the draft, like the steal of the draft. I mean, Jared Allen, 73 overall. He was a 71, now a 73, so +2. He's doing better. I honestly think he's going to be pretty good. He's only 19. We'll see how he goes. So a pretty big downgrade. Nikola Jokic, I got it right this time, was from an 89 overall to an 87 overall. A lot of people kind of agreed with this, that he needs to have like a lower rating. It needs to start going down because yes, he's good, but he's not like an 89 overall, you know what I mean? To make you think about this though, he has the same rating as Clint Capella. Do you think that's right? Darren Collison solidifies himself tied for second best player on the Pacers because Miles Turner has just not, I mean, he's good, he's doing like a good job, he's not like elevating himself. So Darren Collison has been doing better, and so they are even right now. And then Victor Oladipo is obviously the best player on this team. So Etwan Moore goes from a 76 to a 75. Did not know he was even on the team, not gonna lie to you. And then Mike James, I did not know he played for the Pelicans. I thought he played for the Suns. I didn't know that he moved teams. Didn't know that. He also loses 2 from a 75 to now a 73. So now we have BG, no rating change for him, but he's now on the Pistons, second best player in this team. I know a lot of people think Andre Drummond's better. You can debate that in the comments. But Reggie Bullock goes +2 from a 73 to a 75. And then the craziest upgrade is Dwight Bikes goes from a 65 overall to 71, so a +6 change. Now the boy DeMar DeRozan from a 91 to a 90. It's just because he had that crazy month last month, but he's still doing good, so it's still 90 overall. He's fine. Chris Paul goes +1. I was waiting for this to happen. The Spurs got a lot of pretty decent changes. Kyle Anderson goes +1 from a 76 to now a 77, and then Tony Parker loses 2, my heart, and actually Manu Ginobili goes +1 because he's been playing very well. Devin Booker loses 1 for the pure fact that they're just a bad team. Russell Westbrook, the reigning MVP, goes +1 from a 92 to now a 93. He's still, yeah. Karl Anthony Towns now ties Jimmy Butler for best player on the team from an 88 to an 89. And Jeff Teague goes down 1. People have been arguing in some comments that Jeff Teague is pretty bad. I don't know how he's doing. We'll kind of see in the playoffs, I feel like. But, I mean, he's still 78 overall. He's still the starting point guard. He's doing kind of okay. I mean, I feel like that's an okay rating. Now, Yusuf Nurkic finally makes it to that 80 overall. I told y'all +1. He's going to make it to the 80 overall eventually. Both Klay Thompson and Draymond Green lose 1. So Klay Thompson's not a 90 overall anymore. And Draymond is an 88. They're still great players. It's not that big of a deal though. And finally, Bradley Beal goes +1. So he's only 1 behind John Wall. And that's it for this roster update, guys. Who do you think needed a roster change? Leave in the comments below. If you like my channel, please give my channel a sub. And I'll see you guys next time.
Did you call bank?